So we
And call the April 7th, 2021 TTAC meeting to order. Roll call. Do we have a quorum?
yes, we do have a quorum today.
Okay. Move on to the March 3rd, 2021 meeting minutes. Do we have a motion on those?
Motion to approve, Ryan Fellows.
Ty Adley, second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, signify by aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Reports from the chairman. I have none. Secretary Zach Drips, do you have any?
No, you should have received our March modifications, administrative modifications. If you have any more questions on those, you can talk to Ryan DeLine from our office on that. And then we'll move on to, we don't have any old business, so we'll move on to new business.
Hi, good morning. We will start with Resolution 1921 this morning. It is beginning at Sunnyside. Basically, with this project, it has been awarded, it has been programmed, but at this point, NDOT is splitting off the bridges to separate DES numbers. This project particularly has 5 bridges, so you'll probably see it pop up a few more times in the upcoming months. But as for the Sunnyside Mall Drive overpass selected for local tracks over US 33 and Norfolk Southern. Sorry, I was thinking about another one. This one is decreasing the funds for the already programmed project by $1.4 million. Item B then is another local tracks project in Kosciuszko County. It's County Road 1300 North over Norfolk Southern and Main Street. This one is adding PE to a new DES number for the bridge, which goes over both Norfolk Southern and Main Street. And then for Resolution 1921, Item C is a NDOT rural call project for the 2026 call. It is also in Kosciuszko County at Bridge 9, which is on Husky Trail over Deeds Creek. So this would be adding the project into the TIP. If there are any questions, I could take those at this time over Resolution 1921. Otherwise, I'd ask for your endorsement.
David Armstrong, so moved.
Ryan Fellows, second.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? We can move on to the LaPorte District.
In the LaPorte District, we have Resolution 2021. Both items A and B are on State Road 10. This project is adding right away for the 2 projects that are already programmed into the TIP. These 2 projects will be, have been and will be constructed simultaneously. The first item is item A, which extends from State Road 117 to US 31. And item B is from State Road 17, East Junction to State Road 117. The reason they are broken into separate projects is due to NDOT's logical termini at state roads. So if there's no questions on Resolution 2021, items A or B, I'd ask for your endorsement.
So moved, Natasha Kaufman.
Second, Ryan Fellows.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Great, thanks. So Resolution 2121, this is the endorsement of our fiscal year 22 Unified Planning Work Program. Again, this is something we do. It's a 2-year working program that we endorse every year with any modifications. So hopefully you've seen it in advance. Not a lot is changed from our previous versions of this, and in many ways it goes over because we worked for transportation planning both in the urban area as well as the rural area. If there are any questions, I will take those at this time. Otherwise, I'm asking for your endorsement of this Unified Planning Work Program.
Ryan Fellows, I want to comment that I really like the document. In particular, this is the least important part, but I love it. The pictures are great. So
Great. Thank you.
Motion to approve.
Chris Jamrose, second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Resolution passes.
All right, thank you. We'll turn it over to Caitlin to talk about our tip.
Another document we're asking for your endorsement of is the fiscal year 22 to 26 Transportation Improvement Program. This plan was out for public comment for the month of March. You should have received kind of a final version of that with the public comments that we did receive located in the appendix. We didn't receive too many. We received one public comment related to a transportation provider who'd like to be kind of incorporated in our planning processes. And so we'll be sure to do that as we're wrapping up our Equitable Mobility Action Plan. We also received a few comments from our stakeholders, NDOT, Federal Highway, and FTA. A lot of those were clerical issue comments that were addressed or adding in additional projects. The one larger FHWA comment that we did receive was related to consistency between our long-range transportation plan and our transportation improvement program. And we responded to that stating that all of the projects that are in the TIP are either listed in our long-range transportation plan or they support policies and the purpose of our transportation plan. And so that is how we will address that. If there are no other questions related to our new TIP, I would ask for your endorsement.
David Armstrong, so moved.
Natasha Kaufman, seconded.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify with aye.
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 Any opposed? Resolution passes. We can move on to resolution 2321.
Great, thank you. So 2321, this is for the authorization for the executive director to execute the MOU for the procurement of electric vehicle charging stations. It's a bit of a mouthful for a title, but I'll actually going to turn this over to Leah Thill from our office, kind of explain a little bit about this project and what we're seeking to do here. So Leah, if you are available.
Yes. So this project is to implement the Volkswagen funding that was received by several communities and the Goshen Library. And the purpose of this document is to authorize MACOG to make purchases on behalf of 6 of those entities, we anticipate, and then to transfer the electric vehicle charging equipment to those communities or the Goshen Library. It also includes items on authorizing MACOG to access the data on an ongoing basis and for us to carry out reporting to IDEM on behalf of the communities. Those are the primary purposes of this document. But if there are any questions, I'd be happy to answer those.
Hey, if there are no questions, we're asking for you to endorse this authorization for the executive director to sign these MOUs.
Ryan Fellows, motion to endorse.
Ty Adley, second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify with aye.
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 Any opposed? Resolution 2321 is endorsed. And we move on to staff updates.
Good morning. This is Elena Parrish. I have a quick staff update on a grant. This is a Bloomberg Asphalt Art grant. It's mainly focusing on pedestrian safety. As you can see on the picture there, a lot of it is intersection work. The total award is up to $25,000, and these are available to any U.S. city or town. The applications are due April 30th, and they're anticipating announcing awards in the fall of 2021. They do require a project team that includes at least a lead city agency. They'd like to see that be the streets department or public works, whoever is in charge of the roads, as well as a fiscal agent, and it must be a nonprofit. If you'd like any more information on this or any eligible projects, please let me know. You can also view past projects at asphaltart.bloomberg.org. And again, if you'd like to apply, please let me know. Thanks.
I wanted to note that this is great work and I appreciate it.
All right, so a funding announcement that is new. AEP, which is Indiana Michigan Power, is making funding available for electric buses. That's both school buses and transit buses. Applications are due May 17th. This funding would cover the incremental cost since electric buses are more expensive than diesel. So it covers that incremental cost up to $250,000. And this could be paired with other funding to cover more of the cost of that. I'm not currently aware of any entities in that service territory that are interested, so do let me know so we can assist with applying for that funding. I'd be happy to answer any questions. Next item, another funding announcement. The Volkswagen Round 3 on-road and non-road funding is now, the solicitation is now available. Applications are due June 1st. A change this round from previous rounds is that no diesel to new diesel projects are eligible for funding. So only alternative fuels such as propane and natural gas, as well as electric. Next slide. And a event announcement. Again, April 28th will be our virtual Partners for Clean Air this year. We're excited to have Wani Community Schools share about their propane school bus transition, as well as the usual regional air quality update from Sean Seals and announcing award winners. So if you have not seen the event registration link through the MACOG Gazette or otherwise, feel free to reach out and we can get you registered for that.
All right, last month we received our next shipment of eco counters, and as part of that shipment we received 2 mobile active transportation counters, and so we're doing some of the pre-planning for this biking and walking season. So if you have sites or locations in mind where you'd like to collect bike and pedestrian usage, be it for grant applications or for future justification of additional infrastructure, please let us know so we can kind of get you onto a schedule. The ideal time frame, I think, for leaving these mobile counters out will be 2 weeks. However, there's particular occasions that it needs to be left out for shorter or longer amounts of time. We can kind of work with you to determine the best schedule for that. So yeah, please reach out to Elena and I to get those on our list. And then the last staff update we have is for the Regional Freight Mobility Plan. We did receive 4 proposals. We're currently looking to review those, hopefully by the end of the week, with an announcement of finalists. And then if interviews are needed, those will be held at the end of April.
We thank you for those updates. Privilege.
Can I ask a question?
Sorry, Ryan, go ahead.
Sorry. For the freight RFP, I have to admit I haven't been following this as closely as other things. Are economic development partners involved with this?
Yes, they will definitely be involved as part of the stakeholder group that will be put together once the plan is up and running.
Great, thank you.
Any other questions? If not, privilege of the floor. And did we have anyone request for public comment, Zach?
No, we did not have any public comment. As a reminder, right now we're still taking public comments by email ahead of time. If anyone had any comments, we do address those during this time. We did not receive any.
Okay. If not, I would ask for a motion for the meeting.
I think I saw Ty say mouth the words motion, but his mute is
Sorry.
off.
Sadly, so moved.
Ryan Fellow second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.